sleep. One is Tandra and the other is Nidra.
Mm.
So Tandra means that while meditating, you go to sleep, but that sleep is controlled and motivated by the Kundalini, and it is sort of a healing part of its process.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor and you go into Tandra,
Mm.
you won't lose control of your body and sort of fall off, or
Right.
your body does not become loose. It remains in an upright position and still you are asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That is Tandra,
Okay.
and it's a kind of yogic sleep.
Okay.
You go into that higher level of consciousness
While you meditate.
while you're meditating, but
Uh-huh.
you are essentially asleep in a different way.
Okay.
Yeah. And Nidra means that is actually sleep. Nidra means your body and mind have gone to sleep. Well, not mind doesn't sleep, but and that's when you lose control of your body and you fall off or slip forward or backward.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the two major differences between Tandra and Nidra.
And it's Tandra?
Yeah,
T-A-N-D?
T-R-A, Tandra.
Oh, okay. All right. I see.
And during Tandra, one might be able to see visions of the future, and these visions are extremely clear, the way you would see like moving images on television. It's almost the same way. During Tandra, you see visions of the future, or maybe even of the past, or some kind of indication of events to happen. And these, you would be, at that level of consciousness, you would be able to differentiate between dreams and these visions that you will have during Tandra. They're extremely clear, the visions during Tandra, not like dreams which doesn't have like a logical sequence to it. The visions during Tandra have absolutely logical sequence to it. They make complete sense, but they're just in the future or in the past.
Oh, I see. Okay. So that means there's maybe more states than I thought, because typically they say there's only 4 states: waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and turiya. You know, those are like the, I think Jagrat, Sushupti, Swapna, and turiya.
Mm-hmm.
But there must be a 5th state, like the prophet state, or well, there's a state to see the future. There's a state there's a lot more states than just those 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's at least 2 more. One state where you see the future, and another state where you see the past. So that makes a total of. But then the Turiya state, I don't know if that's a. Well, Turiya actually, that's the 3-eye. That's the state where you see both past and future and. So maybe that there is still just 4 states.
Mm-hmm.
And the Turiya state is the one where you're seeing not just the present, or where you're completely in deep sleep, where you're seeing nothing, but it's where you're seeing everything, past and future. So maybe that's what that state is. Yeah.
Probably. Well, I'm not very familiar with the terms, even the Sanskrit terms of these states of consciousness. But I know that during sleep, especially during Tandra, and it's very strange that Tandra happens differently for different people. But I know that from my experience, I've seen that Tandra happens to me when, suppose I'm asleep and I wake up suddenly, while turning in bed, or and then I find myself going into meditation, going into a meditative state, and that's when I go into Tandra and see these visions. And this is not something that is controllable, for me at least.
Okay.
I can't speak for other people.
Right.
I find that I can't open my eyes, I can't seem to shake myself off the meditative state. It's a very intense kind of meditation. And that's when I see visions, or I hear voices, or I'm given instructions or something like that.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's a different meditative state.
Hmm.